Understanding property value appeals. How, when, and why to appeal. The state of Ohio requires that county auditors update the value of every property in their county every 3 years. Property owners won't always agree with the value set on their property, which is why every Ohio resident has the right to ask questions and request an appeal. The following instructional video will guide you through the property value appeal process with the Board of Revision. All Ohio property owners can submit an appeal between January 1st and March 31st of each year. Good reasons to appeal a property's value. Understanding the reasons that would justify an appeal is important. Here are some examples of the best evidence you can provide. 1. Your property has deferred maintenance or damage in the last 3 years. 2. The property has been sold or an appraisal has been completed in the last 3 years that indicates a value that is different from the value set by the county. 3. You've noticed that similar properties nearby have recently sold for prices that are different from your valuation. Reasons not to appeal a property's value. There are certain arguments the Board of Revision cannot accept. Here are some factors that do not support a property value appeal. 1. Your neighbor's value is different from yours. While the board considers arguments based on recent sales of properties similar to your own, it cannot consider arguments based on the county's official values of similar properties. 2. Surrounding properties are in poor condition. 3. You disagree with the amount you pay in property taxes. The Board of Revision cannot directly change the amount of taxes you owe. If the board's decision results in a change to your property's value, your taxes will be adjusted accordingly. Appealing your final property value. Initiating a complaint form. So you have now determined that you wish to appeal. The first step will be to fill out a complaint form online. This form initiates a formal appeal hearing for your property tax with the County Board of Revision. Then you will indicate your requested value and briefly state your rationale to support that value. This form should take under 15 minutes to complete. After you file your complaint form, the county will schedule your appeal hearing and notify you of the hearing date. Making the process work for you. Preparing the evidence. All property value appeals follow an official legal process. This means evidence is needed to support a change in value. Before your scheduled hearing with the Board of Revision, you will need to gather your best evidence to present in your case. Any of the following items would be very effective in demonstrating your claim. A record of sale from the last 3 years. A recently completed independent appraisal. A list of recent sales of similar properties in the area. A realtor's comparative market analysis of similar, recently sold properties. Receipts, estimates, or photos establishing the cost to fix an issue on the property. Your documents need to be submitted to the Board of Revision at least 10 days before your hearing date through the online evidence portal. The burden of proof lies with you, the property owner, which is why your evidence is essential to this process. What to expect during a hearing. The time has come. It's hearing day. You've submitted all of your evidence beforehand, and you're ready to make your case. So what should you expect during your time with the Board of Revision? Hearings typically last between 10 and 20 minutes per property. In that time, you will be asked to explain why your evidence supports a change in the property's value. The board members will also ask you some questions about your evidence and your property. If your requested change in value is more than $50,000, the Board of Revision is obligated to notify the school district where the property is located. The school district may then choose to file a counter-complaint with their own evidence, which they would present during your hearing. A decision on a property will not be made the same day as a hearing. So it is important to remain patient while the board members take time to consider the evidence you have presented. Getting your final decision. Once the Board of Revision makes its decision, they will notify you within 90 days of the hearing. If the board adjusts your value, that change will remain in effect until the county's next property value update. If you do not agree with the board's decision on your property, you can appeal to either the Ohio Board of Tax Appeals in Columbus or your county's Court of Common Pleas. This needs to be done within 30 days after you are notified of the board's decision. For more information about the property value appeal process, as well as to access the complaint form and evidence portal, please visit www.mc-bor.org.